All right, welcome back, guys. So this is week 4, round 4 of the V8, uh, basically the V8 Super Series is kind of what I'm calling it. Kind of a V8 Supercars knockoff using GT4 cars and obviously less power, but very similar. So and we're actually using the Sophy AI. So pardon me if my speech is a little jumbled this morning. I haven't been awake that long, so still trying to wake up. But we are in the Jaguar F-Type, and as you can see, the field is made up of the Lexus RCF and more Jaguars, the Aston Martin V8 Vantage, Mustang, Chevy Corvette, so on and so forth. All basically V8 rear-wheel drive powered vehicles. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started on this one. It's a 1-hour race, 35 laps. And I am starting at the back. I do manually qualify the cars myself to set the grid. And because my personal car has a lot more ballast weight than the rest of the field, even if I, try really hard to qualify up front somewhere, I always seem to end up at the back just because of the weight ballast slows it down enough that it's hard for me to qualify any higher. So that's good because that gives us a fight that a nice little challenge. We can come from the back. So I'm just going to do something real quick here because I noticed that one of the cars might not be. Sometimes when you load up a saved custom race grid, the liveries won't load properly, so you have to come back into the race settings like this and just basically open it and then hit go race again, and it should reset the liveries. So now there's a couple things I'm going to try on this race. I've been having issues in the past races with the fact that during my pit stop, I'm gaining a lot of time for some reason. I don't know if it's because the AI cars are slowing down. I checked the replay during the last race that I did to see if maybe they were not using full throttle while I was on pit road, and they still seem to be using full throttle, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I think the Jag gets better fuel mileage than a lot of the rest of the field. I know the Mustang has terrible fuel mileage, so that tends to affect their finishing positions. But what I'm going to do this time is to negate the advantage that I get during my pit stop by gaining a lot of time. I think what I'm going to do is try to slow down for pit road. I can't do it at the pit line because it goes into auto drive way before the pit line, so I'll have to do it before then. And then also during my pit stop, I'm going to take more fuel than I necessarily need to take, so that I lose some time with it. Because I always do, before I do these live streams, I do a test race just to make sure everything is good, all my settings and how the AI act and all that. And during my test race for this, I pit in 13th place, 4 seconds behind 12th. And when I came out of the, after I pit and then everybody else pit, I was in like 8th place, and then I passed 2 cars and finished 6th. So I made up a lot of time during the pit stop for some reason. So, like I said, I'm gonna try and erase that advantage by taking more fuel and slowing down for pit road. And hopefully that puts us round about where we were when we came on to pit road. So it's more of a fight to get a higher position. So with all that said, let's do what Taylor Ray says and stop jibber jabbering, and we'll get to it. So let's go. pause real quick here just for 1 second because I need to do something that I forgot to do. I haven't posted the link to the live stream, so I just need to do that real quick. All right, we are posted, and here we go. A little bit of understeer through there, but the tires are still cold, so it takes like a lap or two for this car to really warm up. During my test race, it actually took me a few laps to even get past this first car, so a little bump, that's my fault. I will say one of the things that Polyphony Digital needs to work on with the Sophy AI is that their racing line is not that great. To work on giving them a more realistic racing line. So like right here, they kind of shortcut that a little bit. Have a go here at turn 1. Just gonna try and come back on the inside. Protect the inside a little bit here. A little bit of wheel spin. Looks like we're good now. Let the other cars pull away a little bit while we were fighting. Typically, I'll try to just keep it in third for that first corner so that it doesn't spin the tires as much. Reeling them in a little bit here. Unfortunately, all the Mercedes are kind of down towards the back of the field because that car just does not have the pace here. Seem to be a little slow accelerating out of that hairpin there. Understeer. Definitely get a better run than them through that corner. Get in here. No. That's the best thing about Sophy AI and an even playing field is that we are 6 laps in and I've passed one car. Might have another one right here. Oh, he went to protect the inside. That was pretty good. Still got to run though. I was going to make a dive for the inside, but right when I was thinking about it, they moved over. may have braked a little too early for that corner. Now, if you haven't watched any of my races before, I probably should explain this again. The car you see on the map that is way ahead of everybody else, that car does not count. If you look at the top of the leaderboard on the left there, you'll see number 1 says D count. D count stands for doesn't count. And that is because that car is designed to be faster than me and everybody else, so that it reduces the effect of the rubber banding in the game. Basically calling it like a rabbit car or a pace car. Makes it so that even if I get in first, which is technically second, it doesn't, the AI cars behind me don't know that I'm in first, and so they won't speed up to try and keep up with me. So as you can see, I've pulled away from the cars behind me. That's another thing that I don't like about the Sophy AI, is that if they get them by more than one car in a corner, they'll basically just like stay wide and park it. I mean, I've seen them come to a full stop before. Being very conservative on my corner exits, because especially with those last couple corners there, it's really easy to go wide and then you lose your clean race because you went outside of the track limits. Trying to make sure that I stay, you know, 2 wheels within the white lines at all possible. Yeah, see, they're a little slow to accelerate out of that corner. Try and get some slipstream here, but it's not doing much. There we go. See what I mean? Like, basically just, they parked it out there and let everybody go by. Another thing too is they seem to struggle to pass other cars. Like they'll pull out to pass a car, but then they'll tuck back in because they don't want to go around it or they can't get around it or something. Whoa. I should have checked my mirror a little bit better there because I tried to do an over-under and there was a car underneath me. Let's try something on the outside here. Oop. Didn't work. And then I bounced it off the rev limiter. So now this car behind me is looking for opportunity. Getting a little dark from the clouds. Got to be careful with using second gear in that corner because the wheel spin will catch you out. You end up spinning off to the right. Let's try first gear this time. Well, it helped, but just don't have the power. But the jack pulls out to pass, but then it tucks back in. And again. Might have the same run here. Displace the Aston here, and then we've got a big gap to the next group of cars. Huh. The Aston must have done, yeah, he did. He got passed by every one of those cars behind me. So he must have done what I was talking about earlier, where I got underneath him, so he basically just went wide in that corner and parked it, and everybody else passed him too. All right, now we have a 7.5 second gap to the next car. I didn't expect it to get this cloudy and dark. A little bit of extra rotation on braking. Second. Now that we've cleared those cars, we can make up some time. try to avoid that inside curb on that corner because if you clip it, it'll kick the rear end out. Mistakes were made. Lost some time there. I think I'm gonna dial some of this out here. A little bit too much bias to the back. A lot of time though on the car ahead of me. Sun's coming back out. The problem with that corner is that the proper way to set up for the turn-in on the corner is to use that curb on the right, but depending on the car, it can upset the rear. So you got to be careful with it. Actually mean to use second gear there, but we'll take it. So I'm gonna have to decide when I'm gonna pit. Almost too deep on that. A little too deep. Pushing too hard. So I'm thinking maybe when we get to about a quarter tank of fuel, I will pit. Either that or if I catch these cars, whichever one comes first. The sun glare off of the road right there going into that corner, it's a little bit harder to see the braking mark. There's a line on the road that I usually use for my braking marker. And with the position of the sun, it's getting harder and harder to see it. getting there. Taking about 4 seconds off of it. There's another car that just parked it up there. Happens a lot on this track at that corner. Well, we're at a quarter tank and we haven't caught the cars yet, so I think we're gonna go ahead and pit. I remember I said I was gonna slow down, but there's a specific spot you have to do it. You have to do it right there at that little curve, because you can't actually get to the pit lane entrance line. And I'm going to take more fuel than I need to, so you can see where the little diamond symbol is just past halfway. So that's telling me that if I fuel to there, I can make it to the end, which usually I go a little bit past because sometimes it's a little conservative, or, you know. So I'm actually going to go all the way to the line above where it says refuel. And maybe we'll go to right there. Let's see. We'll see what that does for our time. The time that we make up. Tires. Now, I don't know if it's just placebo effect, something that I notice nobody else notices, but I feel like if you make a pit stop, the set of tires that you get during that stop tend to be better than the ones that you started the race on. Like the car actually, handles a little better. But maybe it's just because you're so used to the worn tires before you pit that, fresh tires are obviously going to offer more grip anyway. So, I don't know. So 27 seconds behind the the car in front of us. So we'll see how that goes. If that number starts coming down really quickly, you'll know that the AI cars are slowing down to let you catch up, which is not what I want. And most of this race is going to be me just doing laps by myself with nobody else around. And that little bump on the inside of that curve there really upsets the car. Braked a little too late there. I wish that inside curve didn't upset the car so much, because it kind of just throws you to the left side of the track and then you end up going off, and that big yellow sausage curve makes you spin out. We've gained about 1.5 to 2 seconds now. Oh, AI cars are starting to pit. So we'll see how this goes. So that's all 3 of the Mustangs on pit road. Like I said, they have terrible fuel mileage, so and it looks like they all beat me out, which is a good sign. Because during my test race, I actually came out like right in the middle of them. So that's good. what I want with this whole thing is I want to have to, you know, fight for my life for the whole race. And if I, you know, start at the back and then finish like, you know, 12th or something because it's so hard to try and gain positions, that's what I want. I don't care about winning every race. I don't need to finish up front. I want good, hard racing. Again, I'm being a little conservative on those corners right there so that I don't wash out wide and go off track. I'm trying to keep my clean race bonus. So we may have actually lost more time than I thought during the pit stop because Feeney was way in the back. And we just came out in front of him, so my experiment to try and lose a little bit of time on pit road may have been too much time, but we'll see. I don't think there's any way we're catching those Mustangs, so this might end up being a race where I finish down the pack a little bit. But not everybody has hit pit road yet, so we'll see. There's one coming out right now. Yeah, see, this was one of the first cars that I passed and pulled away from, and now he came out of the pits in front of me, so we lost a lot of time on pit road. I kind of messed that up. Brake too late. Oh. Now we gotta try and get back by him. A little bit of a run here. About to get very busy. And we're right back down at the end of the back of the pack. Going for it. Yeah, see that Aston stayed wide and parked it. And the Mercedes behind me went around him too. And the Jag in front of me is the car that I'm fighting for the championship with right now. Little contact. Kind of overcooked that corner a little bit. I don't think we can go for it here now. Maybe here. No sir, Oh, that's gonna screw up my line a little bit though. Gotta watch your inside there because they'll stick their nose in. Well, now we're back to where we were before the pit stop. I don't know if we're going to catch that group of cars or not. We'll give it a shot. But there's definitely no way we're winning this race, which is good. I prefer that. Almost overcooked it. Getting there. Now we got cars swerving around up there. We can get one or two of them before the end of the race, but I have to catch up first. couple laps to do it. 3 laps. Oh, gotta run. Alexis is so fast in a straight line, though. Too wide. There's one. Alexis is going to go right past me here, though. Just don't have the power. I think I need to go through on the Mustangs and update their livery. Since Ford Performance changed to Ford Racing again. Need to switch all the Ford Performance stickers over to Ford Racing. My bad. That kind of screwed us a little bit. Whoa! Oh, that's not good. Like I said, the Mustangs have terrible fuel mileage. And they're pitting again, which is not a good thing. That kind of sucks. A bunch of cars are pitting again. So during my test race, they did not do that, so I don't know why they're doing it now. Last lap. Hopefully these guys don't pit again. Okay. I had a run there, but I was too close. Whoa, did he run out of fuel? I think he ran out of fuel. I've never seen an AI car run out of fuel before. Man, a lot of these cars were stretching it. I mean, I guess that's, it sucks that they all had to pit again, but, that happens in real life. People try to, short fuel on their stops to try and gain position, and they end up, having to pit again because they just didn't take enough and they couldn't make it. And I did lose my clean race at some point. Oh, nice. 6-star. Alright, so I'm going to save this replay real quick. Okay. Yeah, so I would say... So Reynolds actually just beat me to the line by 31 hundredths. But he ran out of fuel coming to the line, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that happen on an AI car. And the guy that I'm fighting for the championship finished right behind me, so it looks like... So remember, the car in front here in P1 doesn't count. What's funny is during my test race, so I ran exactly a 1-hour race, 60 minutes. And I'm pretty sure that none of the AI cars made a second pit stop. And I ran 35 laps during that race. So I set this race so that it would run for 35 laps instead of 60 minutes. And we actually ended up being about 4 minutes faster by just doing 35 laps. Which means the race distance was shorter, but some of the AI cars still had to pit twice. So I don't understand that. But basically from, this would be 10th position on down, all these cars pit a second time. The Mustangs I kind of expected because, like I said, all of these cars, some of them I had to add power adders to them, like the Mustangs I had to add the supercharger just to get them to be quick, because without adding any power adders, the Mustangs are just slow. So to give them some speed, I added the supercharger. Well, unfortunately, when you add the supercharger, their fuel mileage just goes down the drain. And if anybody's going to make a second pit stop, it's usually them, unfortunately. But we had a Mercedes and a Corvette and an Aston, another Corvette, and a Lexus. The Lexus usually does the best on fuel. Or the Jag is usually best on fuel, and then the Lexus. So why these two had to pit again, I don't know. So, yeah, interesting race. My little experiment on the pit stop to try and make it so that I didn't gain any time during the stop actually worked pretty good. In fact, I lost time, which is interesting. Now, I don't know if with the programming with the AI and stuff, if that's one of the reasons why it kind of screwed the rest of them and some of them had to pit twice. I don't know. But I might shorten these races to about 50 minutes instead. Like I'll run the test race for an hour, see how many laps, and then I'll just subtract a few laps from it and run about 50 minutes. Try and prevent them from having to pit twice, because if they didn't pit twice, we would have finished like somewhere between 10th and 12th, right in that range. And we ended up finishing 7th because a few cars ahead of us pit. So, but yeah, that's going to be that for this one. Let me check the schedule real quick and see what we got coming up next. It could change depending on how the test race goes. Like I did a test race. I was going to run Laguna Seca, and I did a test race there, and the AI cars were slow, so I passed it. So Nürburgring is next on the list, and that'll be the 24-hour circuit. But when I qualify the cars manually myself, I'm going to use the GP circuit for it, because I don't feel like doing 19 laps of the 24-hour circuit um, to qualify every car. So we'll use the GP circuit. That way I can still use my 2 laps per car qualifying like I usually do. Um, and then we'll line it up for the 24-hour race, which I'll probably finish that one in the dark. So that'll be interesting. And then right now I've got Maggior, Spa, and Monza for the last 3 after that. So let me get a quick screenshot of this because I accidentally skipped over the race results screen, so I can put these in later. I just give you guys a small preview of what I'm planning to do after this series. I'm going to do just a basic GT4 series that uses most of the regular GT4 cars. Let's look here. So like the Supra and the BMW and the Ferrari, the Porsche, the Honda. This is all I have up to the Lexus right now. I'm going to add some more like the Aston and the Jag and the Mustang. So we'll have a full field. But I am going to use this car, which is technically not a racing car in the game, right? It's categorized as a road car. So because of that, what I'm going to do for the AI cars, let me get out of that so you can hear me with it not revving. So for the AI cars, what I've done is I have set them to the Gran Turismo BOP and then added 40 horsepower to each one. And that's how I'm going to run the AI cars. And then my car, I'm going to run it at the same BOP as the Supra, give or take a few horsepower. And like, what's that? Like 19 pounds of weight. And the fact that I'm using a road car versus all the race cars makes it kind of a good fight for me because it's technically not equal in the game's eyes. So, yeah. So we're going to use this versus the GT4 cars, and that's probably going to be like a 6-race series. Also going to be about 45 to 50 minutes piece, and we'll see how that goes. I still need to do some testing to see how my fuel mileage compares to the AI cars. I need to do like a 30-minute race at the settings I want to use, and then just look at the replay and compare fuel levels and stuff between me and the other cars to see how that goes. So, all right, I'm gonna get the points all set up for this one, and I've got some other stuff to do, so that's gonna be it for today. I'm not sure how many people tuned in, but thanks for those that joined in and those that joined in after. Just in case you couldn't catch the live stream, I'll definitely, keep it up as a video so that others can watch it after the fact. So we'll see you guys next week at the RedBull Ring. Or not the Red Bull. We just did the RedBull Ring at the Nürburgring. I think it was the ring that got me mixed up. So, all right. See you guys.